Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Auto Club Speedway here in Fontana, California, as we get ready for the running of the Auto Club 400, our fifth race of Season 6 of the Snickers Cup Series. 38 laps getting ready to be run here today, different from our 25-lap events in both the Trucks and Mobile One Cup Series. We'll have to see if those extra laps added on here are going to play a factor into who's going to come out on top in today's event. As on the pole for today's race is going to be the 13 of Derricke Reid, a driver who really needs a good run today. He's 42nd out of 43 drivers in the points. Really needs a good run. He's got the pole position for today's event. Starting alongside of him, a guy who needs to keep up his consistency runs, that's Austin the Plant. He comes into today's race 8th in the point standing, so he definitely is doing very well this season. Making up row number 2, that's going to be Noah Hart, a rookie that's running 18th in the point standings right now, currently 3rd in rookie points. And lining up in 4th place, that's going to be James McLeod, who ended up so far winning the Truck Series event and finishing 10th in the Mobile One Cup Series event. So he obviously has got Auto Club figured out. He'd love to be able to pick up a win here in the Snickers Cup Series. Currently comes into this race running in the 21st position in points. And rounding out the top 5, Carson Gum, 4th in rookie points, 19th in overall standings. Good qualifying spot for him. He'll start out, we'll finish off the row 3, Tim Walsh, who ended up finishing, as I recall, pretty well back at Altoona last week. And he's going to start off in 6th position, currently finds himself 27th in the standings. Coming into today's race, Dougie Shears, the Season 1 Snickers Cup Series champ, is the current points leader by a total of 14 points over Ralph Mason, then 15 over Dylan Young. So it is going to be quite difficult, I believe, for Ralph Mason and Dylan Young to be able to try and run Dougie Shears down, but you know, we've seen a lot of strange things happen, and a thing we've seen that's been pretty consistent here in both the Trucks and Mobile Cup Series races is Auto Club seems to be targeting the drivers that are coming in with the best momentum. So a lot of drivers going to be on pins and needles here wondering, is it going to be me? Also, going to update you here real quickly. Mary Cole is actually driving a different ride this week. They're testing out the number 52 car, sponsored by Hershey's and Dreamfall, starting off in the 8th position right there on the outside of row 4. Going to see if maybe she'll be able to get a little bit better momentum as far as getting good finishes. If it does work out, she may remain in the 52 for a few more races before switching the number back to 4. But nonetheless, Mary Cole is in a different looking ride here today, just to update you on that, to let you know that is what is going down. Nonetheless, though, we're getting ready to get these cars rolling off. Derricke Reid, Austin the Plant, going to lead this field around for a couple of pace laps behind the Dodge pace car, and then we will turn them loose for 38 laps of racing here today. Who's going to come out on top here? Will fuel strategy come into play? Will pit strategy come into play? Will they be able to go 4 wide and keep together? Lots of questions here today, but we're going to find out the answers very soon. Here comes your 42-car starting lineup. During the course of today's race, we're going to be keeping our eyes on a lot of the top guns as far as in the standings. Dougie Shears, Ralph Mason, Dylan Young, our winner from Las Vegas, Drew Austin, Richard Johnson, Anthony McCurry, Charles Jackson, Austin Plant, Felix Graves, Joshua Michaels. That's the top 10 coming into today's race in the standings. We'll be keeping a close watch on all of those drivers during the course of today's event. Here we go, though, getting ready to go under the green flag. Derricke Reid out of the Penske Germain Racing Stables, getting ready to put us under the green flag here at Auto Club. Waiting for the flagman to wave it, and it is out. We are underway, and just like that, the 2 Twinex cars jump up to the high side. McLeod and Mary Cole right from the get-go. And look at the Noah Hart machine. Gonna stick it right between Austin the Plant and Derricke Reid heading into turn 1. What a bold move by that rookie. And it worked, too. But Reid's going to keep the lead. Noah Hart in the second. Oh, McLeod. Oh, my goodness. He was sideways coming off that corner. Nearly bounced into Henry Nova. And how he kept that car together, I don't know. And there goes Carson Gum. Carson Gum has spun it. And, oh, man, no, don't slide back up in front of other drivers, please. Oh, my goodness, a huge pile up. Michael Norman is involved in it. I think I saw Danny Wells over on his roof. There is Henley. Joshua Michaels. Derricke Reid is involved. Oh, man, he's spinning out more. Oh, just got nailed by Nick Eggleston. Jake Cole is in it. Oh, the defending champ John Cittadino's been caught up in it. Michael Norman, Matthew Rodriguez, Dylan Poteet. How ironic, both he and his teammate Henley involved in the first caution of today's race. It was the same deal in the Mullen Cup Series race yesterday. There is Henley. Oh, Sean Galligan running the Craftsman Car Series colors this week on the 44. So yet another Twinex racing car. Our winner from Phoenix, Jeffrey Buckeye, is involved. There is Michael Norman. Oh, man, there's Danny Wells. I thought it was Danny that was upside down. I saw the red, white, and black. It was actually Galligan who went flipping. There's Carson Gum who got spun out. Oh, Felix Graves is involved. I'm seeing a lot of drivers who are coming in the top 10, top 15 in points involved here. Some damage also to Stephen Pollard III there in the Best Buy Ford. Behind him, Emilio Navarrete. I don't know if he's got damage or not. Here comes Drew Austin. Looks like he may have some damage on the hood of his Doublemint Charger. And he came in 4th in the points standings, the current rookie points leader. Is anybody else damaged or anybody else going to come down pit road? Everybody else looks like they're okay. And Reid's still going to be the leader under the caution flag, but that was an awfully big wreck there in turn 3. Carson Gum got spun out on the back straightaway, slid up in turn 3, and it involved quite a few drivers, a number of which were running really well in the point stands. Let's look back at the replay. Carson Gum started off this race from the 5th position, came in 19th in points. It didn't take long for his day to go south. And I don't know where the contact began. Oh, there it was. John Radigan clipped Michael Norman in the right rear. Norman went up into the 56, and oh man, they're just going to go sliding around, and there's going to be nobody that's safe. Oh wow, how in the world did Aaron Williams Jr. and William Duncan slow down in time? There's Jake Cole, he's going to hit the 3. There's Stephen Paul III, Sean Henley, Matthew Rodriguez, Galligan, Danny Wells. Wow, oh man, Sosnowski got loose, but he saved it. Oh, look at them all piling in. Joshua Michaels back there. There's John Cittadino. Galligan over and on his roof. And look at this, and I told you guys that this was going to involve some drivers who were running well in the point standings. Well, let me update you on just exactly who those drivers exactly were. Oh, wait. Before we do that, just a minute. We got to find out, where's Felix Graves? Because he had damage. Him and Drew Austin. Oh, there he is. What in the world? Oh, was there a second incident? There was a second incident. Remember when I saw the 22 get really, really loose? He actually hit Matthew Rodriguez, came down to his own teammate, Jeffrey Buckeye, and then he spins out. Navarrete spins into Poteet. Graves nails his teammate, Jeffrey Buckeye, and then these guys are going to go sliding up. Rohe Vidarvu, oh boy, he just barely gets through there as he kind of looped the 99 around. Navarrete may actually not hit the wall. Does he get the wall? Oh yeah, he does nose it in a little. Oh, there's Buckeye. Buckeye goes flipping and barrel rolling. My good. Oh man, look at the air the 12 car got. That car had a lot of momentum into that barrel roll, and then Poteet's going to run straight into the barrel rolling Kodak Ford. But where's Drew Austin? Because I know he had some damage too. Oh, there he is. Who did he hit? Our winner from Las Vegas in 4th in points. Who is it that he ended up running into? Oh, I think he may have run into the back of Henley when Henley got taken up the racetrack. Yep, right there. He got a little bit of the 25. And there's everything breaking loose behind him. My word, that was a mighty, mighty hard incident for a lot of these drivers. And there is Buckeye. And going back now to talk about the drivers that were running well, that were involved in this. Felix Graves, 9th in points. Joshua Michaels, 10th in points. Navarrete, 12th in points. Oh, man, then Buckeye got nailed upside down by Michael Norman. Buckeye came in 17th in points. Danny Wells was 11th in points, and Carson Gum 19th in points. Henley was 20th in points. So there were a lot of drivers that had a lot to gain today, but now they got a lot to lose as they've been involved in this incident. Let's do a few onboards. We're on board right now with the back of Drew Austin's machine. Watch behind him. There you see Derricke Reid get spun around with contact remember, that was an incident we didn't see happen. And then here was Drew Austin working his way through this wreck. Look at that, man. Does he know what he missed or what? My goodness. Anthony McCurry started this race way at the back of the field. Watching him and Ralph Mason, both top 10 in points. The teammates from Cowtech Racing worked their way through here. Mighty close there. Ralph Mason and Anthony McCurry, two teammates able to work their way through that incident and keep their hopes of staying inside the top 10 in points alive. Hang on to your seats, kids. We're on board with our Phoenix winner, Jeffrey Buckeye. Oh, he was the one that turned Derricke Reid on the back straightaway. Now we figured that one out. And watch this. And the NNSCRA budget takes another hit as we've lost yet another camera. But my goodness, wild ride there for Jeffrey Buckeye as he teleports to pit road. Hard impact and a big multi-car wreck here for the first caution of the day. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing now. The safety workers have done a great job getting the track all cleared up from all the debris there in turns 3 and 4, even down the exit of turn 4. A lot of drivers leaking oil and fluid coming down pit road after leaving the scene of the accident. And we will get the green flag back on lap 6 of 38. This is the way that they run, at least for the top 10 now. Twinex Reid is the leader, Noah Hart second. Henry Nova's in third, Alan Tanker runs fourth. James McLeod is 5th, 6th Austin LaPlante, 7th is Tim Walsh. John Radigan is in 8th, 9th place is our points leader, Dougie Shears, and Mary Cole completes the top 10. Let's go back a little bit further here. Charles Jackson currently is in 11th, 12th place is Dylan Young, 13th will be Madison Sieber, 14th is Aaron Williams Jr., James Silverfox 15th, Adam Chambers 16th, 17th is Cole Daly, William Duncan 18th, 19th Richard Johnson, and Trent Dunham is going to complete the top 20. Here's the guys that worked their way through that wreck. Ralph Mason 21st, Anthony McCurry 22nd, Hayden Klein in 23rd. Then it's Rohit Vidarvu 24th, 25th is Drew Austin 26th, Emilio Navarrete, and 27th, Stephen Pollard III. Just like that, folks, in one blink of an eye, 15 drivers have gone back behind the wall after that first wreck took place, and these are the drivers that are out. Carson Gum, Felix Graves, Danny Wells, Michael Norman, Sean Henley, Jake Cole. We're going to get the green flag while I'm running these down, so please bear with me on that. Derricke Reid, Matthew Rodriguez, Jeffrey Buckeye, Kyle Sosnowski, Sean Galligan, John Citadino, Joshua Michaels, Dylan Poteet, and Nick Eggleston. Green flag back out. Twinex Reid going to lead him back into turn number 1, and this is certainly going to put a bit of pressure on quite a few drivers. Right now, Twinex Reid, the leader, and Dylan Young are the only two Penske Germain Racing drivers that are left. And Mary Cole and James McLeod are the only two Twinex racing cars that are left. Those two teams took the biggest hits as far as drivers involved in retiring from that first wreck. And man, Twinex Reid, apparently he's trying to get the outside line run going or something, but he kind of committed himself to the outside line there heading to turn 3, and that's going to cost him. Henry Nova now going to go to the bottom of the racetrack. Henry Nova's biggest highlight this season was obviously starting on the pole for the Daytona 500. He followed it up with a good finish of what I believe was 11th place. And Nova's not doing that bad in the standings either. He's currently running 5th in rookie points, and he is 25th in overall standings, so he's been doing pretty well. Just trying to get his feet under him, and it certainly could start here with a victory at Auto Club. As Noah Hart, I'll tell you what, he looks like he's got the strongest car of the day right now. He's been making moves right and left that normally you don't see being able to be made here. And Noah Hart, 18th in the point standings, right now doing a great job representing for Cowtech Racing and doing an excellent job running in the second position. But look who's coming to his inside, Dougie Shears, taking the opportunity here with this caution coming now to move his way up through the field now. And Dougie Shears would love nothing better than to extend his points lead here today. We do know, though, that Ralph Mason, Dylan Young were trying to run him down for the points lead. They were not involved in that incident, so they are still up to full song as far as their engines and mechanical work are concerned. And we still got about 30 laps to go here, so anything can happen. Dougie Shears isn't out of the woods yet, as he's going to take the lead now from Henry Nova. Mary Cole going to follow him right behind in his tire tracks and move into second place. Now, we've talked about drivers who were running well in points that have been involved in incidents here and retired. How about some of these drivers that have not retired and are running pretty well? One of them I see back there out of the Joe Gibbs Racing Stables, Charles Jackson, 7th in points, running very well right now in the Rockwell Automation Toyota Camry. Charles Jackson and the entire Joe Gibbs Racing organization have been doing pretty well, and he nearly just collected his teammate into the wall right there. Jackson getting wicked loose off that corner. And oh my goodness, there's a hornet's nest back here with the pole sitter and Silver Fox and McLeod. They are really racing hard. But they're somehow keeping it together. Let's jump back to another driver who's doing pretty well. Actually, we can look at a couple drivers here in this group. Dylan Young there, 3rd in points. He's running just inside the top 20. There's Trent Dunham, currently 15th in the standings after a great run last week when he and his Earnhardt Ganassi teammates ended up going 2nd, 3rd, 4th in that event. Now Trent Dunham, the lone man, as Citadino, Derricke Reid were involved in that incident on lap number 1. Well, I don't think it was lap number 1, but it was our first caution. Trent Dunham currently running inside the top 20, just to his high side. How about William Duncan? 16th in points, and a great representation here today for that 6 team. Oh man, they're backing up here. Wait, is the caution out? Caution may be out. No, the caution's not out. They just all bunched up there in turn 1. And they did keep it together, though, too. Good job. Here comes Ralph Mason. After getting through that incident, he's now working his way up to the front, looking to the inside now, and Charles Jackson, I believe, is for 17th place. Now looking for 16th underneath Derricke Reid. They are 3 by 3 by 3 all the way around this racetrack, but still keeping it clean, good, hard racing. And Ralph Mason trying to catch up here to Dougie Shears. Let's see where Shears is. Oh, Shears been kicked to the high side. He's now getting bypassed by Cole Daly. Oh, no, they're going to go 4 wide, 5 wide, almost. Oh, my goodness. Trent Dunham actually shoved Chambers into turn 1. That was close. And the leader is going to be Richard Johnson. Yet another driver running well in points who's doing well here today at this race. 5th in the standings, Richard Johnson. And here comes another driver, Anthony McCurry, who started at the back of the pack, as we told you. 6th in the point standings, now looking for the lead off of Richard. And Austin LaPlante's been able to keep himself up here at the front for the entire day. He comes in 8th in points, and there's Adam Chambers back there, 13th in points. He's having a good run, too, bringing his teammate from RCR, Hayden Klein, up here with him, who is actually 14th in points. So we're starting to see here now a lot of drivers seeing the opportunity arise now with drivers who were running well in points getting involved in wrecks. Now they're seeing the opportunity to be able to capitalize, move up a few more spots in the standings by picking up spots on the racetrack. Meanwhile, battle for the lead now between 2 Toyotas. The Toyota from Michael Waltrip Racing being Austin LaPlante. The Toyota from Kyotech Racing being Anthony McCurry. LaPlante wins out here. He will take the lead. A couple other drivers up here who are not running so well in points that are running pretty good here today. Madison Sieber, 33rd in points. She's up there in the 33 Holiday Inn Chevy. I also saw Cole Daly back there in the 88, 40th in the point standing, so he's running really well. I also saw another driver back there that was running well. I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is, right down the inside line, 4 wide, Aaron Williams Jr. And oh no, someone just got in the wall. Someone went in the wall in turn 4. Caution's out. That was Noah Hart and Anthony McCurry. The 2 Kyotech Racing teammates get together. Oh man, that's a team owner's nightmare right there. And Noah Hart, who was running so well. Anthony McCurry, who made his way through the first wreck, was 6th in points. He's involved, and this is not what the Kyotech Racing guys wanted to have happen, I don't think. It looked like just a racing incident from what I saw, but that is a tough break. Anthony McCurry had worked his way up all the way to the lead, came in 6th in points. Noah Hart never fell outside the top 10 all day, came in 18th in points, and they are involved here in this incident. Hayden Klein's got to give the lead back to Austin LaPlante here. I don't know if he's going to. So it looks like everybody's going to come down pit road this time here on lap 15 of 38. Hayden Klein getting benefited there. He really should be moving out of the way and giving Austin LaPlante the lead because LaPlante beat him at the line. But I don't know what the case is there. Anyway, they're going to keep the 27 ahead of the field. Hayden Klein going to pull into his pit stall. Let's take a look at pit road here. See what the pit strategy is going to be. Hayden Klein, let's wait and see if he's going to go with a 4-tire stop or just 2. Just 2 right sides. Let's see if everybody else is going to go with that kind of strategy. And it looks like, yeah, that pace car is a lonely man out there. Nobody decided to roll the dice and stay out this time. There's Austin LaPlante pulling into his pit stall number 2. Whoa, that was a strange freeze there. Here comes the pole sitter, Derricke Reid, into his first pit stall, and looks like Hayden Klein is going to beat Austin LaPlante off pit road. Then it's Madison Seaver, Alan Tanker, Adam Chambers, then it's Daly, Richard Johnson, Aaron Williams Jr., Mary Cole, and I couldn't tell who that guy was off pit road in 10th position. Sorry, I was trying to notice everybody. It might have been, was it Vedarabu? Yes, it was Vedarabu. Wow, I made a lucky guess. So it looks like the leader under this caution is going to be Hayden Klein. Let's look back at a replay of what happened now to the 2 Kyotech racing teammates. Well, it was 2 teammates on the low side, 2 teammates on the high side. Hendrick down low, Kyotech up high. Contact's going to happen between the 88 of Cole Daly and the 47 Noah Hart. Noah Hart going to slide up. McCurry has nowhere to go. We've seen this all week long. And hard licking to the outside retaining wall at about 140 miles per hour for both Noah Hart and Anthony McCurry. Kyotech goes Kyo-wreck here in turn number 4. That's a tough break for both those drivers, especially McCurry, who came in running the top 10 in the point standings. Get ready to go back to green flag race, and I would think at this point these drivers are now within their fuel window to make it the rest of the way, because they were able to go a full 25 laps in the Mobile One Cup Series event, which we were proved to by Danica Shirley, who won that Mobile One Cup Series event. And we have a total, when we get the green flag, of 20 laps to go. So they should be right inside their fuel window of being able to make it the rest of the way on fuel. We also know they took 2 tires, at least just about everybody did. Maybe some took 4. Here's the way they'll line up for the restart. Hayden Klein is the leader. Austin LaPlante second. Madison Seaver is in third. Fourth, Alan Tanker, and Adam Chambers is in fifth. Cole Daly is in 6th. 7th is Richard Johnson. Aaron Williams Jr. is now in 8th. Mary Cole in 9th. And 10th is Rohit Vidaravu. Trent Dunham 11th. 12th, Dylan Young. James Silverfox 13th. 14th, the points leader, Dougie Shears. Charles Jackson's in 15th. 16th, Ralph Mason. Derricke Reid in 17th. 18th, Drew Austin. 19th, William Duncan. And the top 20 is completed by rookie Henry Nova. As we jump back up here to the front, Hayden Klein is going to lead us under the green flag in the AOL Chevy Impala SS. And there we go, the green flag is back out. We're seeing the Richard Childress cars all of a sudden coming up here to the front. Hayden Klein's up here, Madison Seaver is up here, Adam Chambers is up here, so RCR may have something to say about a victory here today as Hayden Klein gets a big jump on Austin LaPlante, opens up about 2 car lengths between himself and the 15. Good battle going on there for third. Alan Tanker down to the bottom, looking for the 3rd position off Madison Seaver. He's got Adam Chambers right behind him, and Chambers gets a nice run down into 3. Is he going to go 3 wide for the lead? You bet, or for 3rd place rather? You bet he is. Chambers going to move himself up to the 3rd position now. Here comes Aaron Williams Jr., and how about Rohit Vidaravu? Great run for him today, filling in for Barney Ward, who ran the Daytona 500 and then left the Snickers Cup Series. Vidaravu having a great run today in the top 10. And here comes Dylan Young, who actually got by Dougie Shears. Now, Dylan Young came into this race 15 points behind Dougie Shears, so he's got a lot more ground to make up between himself and Dougie Shears in the 17, who is right behind him. But just to be ahead of the points leader must be good for Dylan Young. As up ahead, they're going to go 3 wide for the lead again. I think they just went. Adam Chambers going to go down to the bottom of Austin LaPlante and Hayden Klein. Chambers, for the first time today, will go out in front. And here comes his teammate from Richard Childress Racing, going to follow him right there. Madison Seaver. Oh, Seaver once more, nearly gets into his left rear, moves the 29 up the track, and she's going to go for the lead off of her own teammate, Adam Chambers. If you look at the point standings, Madison Seaver needs that win more than Chambers does. Chambers is 13th in points. Seaver is 33rd in points, but both of them won it equally. There's no doubt about that. As here comes Rohit Vidaravu, big run to the bottom, and look who he's looking to his right. The car that he went to victory lane twice with last season. That's one of the things I love about each season that comes around. You see these older drivers racing, or these new drivers racing as their older rides. And Rohit's starting to run down Madison Seaver for the lead. You know, we've talked about a lot of drivers who are running well in points that are inside the top 10 in the standings. How about some drivers that are outside the top 10 doing well in the standings? How about Trent Dunham? Let's find out where he's running in the Banana Boat Chevrolet. Well, actually, I think he's being sponsored by Insulin today, but he's in the middle of a hornet's nest here with Aaron Williams Jr., Emilio Navarrete. How about Navarrete? I mean, this guy has made quite a comeback in the 99. He was involved in that lap 1 incident as we saw him make contact with Derricke Reid, and then he got a little piece of the incident in turn 3. Whoa, John Radigan nearly turned Dylan Young off turn 2, but they keep it together. But Navarrete's still up inside the top 20, and he really needed to do this too because he comes into this race 12th in the standings. Oh, and there goes Silver Fox out of Chambers, and oh man, Mary Cole in the new 52 paint scheme is involved as well. Oh man, Chambers, who was up front for a while, Mary Cole, who was trying to turn her luck around driving the 52, and Silver Fox in the 19. And that's going to bring out yet another caution flag, and the hardest hit going to be taken there will be by Adam Chambers. 13th in the standings. That was definitely not what he needed, and he had himself a solid car today. Seems like the two solid cars we've seen being able to make really good moves have been taken out of this race, Chambers and Noah Hart. And Rohit Vidarvu is going to be the leader under the caution flag. Boy, would he love to get the 43 to victory lane for the second time this season and with its second driver. Looking pretty doggone racy right now as he's the leader. Madison Seaver second, then it's Cole Daly, Richard Johnson, and Alan Tanker the top 5 as we'll take a look at a replay of what just happened with the 29, 52, and 19. Well, here it was. It was 3 wide, and then William Duncan says, let's make it 4 wide. Bad idea, but William Duncan really has nothing to do with this wreck. It's Silver Fox slides up into Adam Chambers, up into Mary Cole, and oh, it pains me, I can't even watch. Oh, that beautiful 52 paint scheme. Completely wrecked. Oh man, Mary Cole up into the catch fence. I don't think we've seen a car get that amount of height so far this race weekend. And a wild ride for Mary Cole there. And oh man, the Silver Fox car stopped. Mary's Cole car did not, and the momentum carried her right into the 19 of James Silver Fox. Wild ride there. And there is the Bad Boys 29 Chevy of Adam Chambers. That's a tough break for him. And he really had very little to do with that incident. It was just Silver Fox getting loose. But as we say, that happens. It's a racing incident, and that kind of stuff happens here at Auto Club. And just a tough break. Chambers going to have to pull himself up by the bootstraps, try again next week. But that's a tough break. More drivers running well in points, getting involved in incidents here in the closing stages of the Auto Club 400. When we get the green flag, we'll have a total of 11 laps to go here today. Rohit Vidarvu out in front. Nobody came down pit road. Not much of a surprise right there because, as I said, under our last restart, these drivers are pretty much inside their fuel window now. They'll be able to make it the rest of the way on Sunoco gasoline. And right now, it's not really looking like tires that much of an issue either. So, I don't know. Maybe it will, at the end of this race, be coming down to who has the best set of tires and who's been keeping them, you know, from wearing the most. But nonetheless, Rohit Vidarvu is the leader. Madison Seaver second, Cole Daly third, Richard Johnson fourth, and then the first rookie on the racetrack is Alan Tanker in fifth. Charles Jackson still very much in this in sixth. Seventh is Dylan Young. James McLeod, remember he won the Truck Series race, finished 10th in the Moblin Cup Series race. He's in the top 10 here today in the Snickers Cup Series event in 8th. John Radigan is in 9th, and Austin LaPlante still in the top 10 in the 10th position. Dougie Shears is 11th. Hayden Klein is in 12th. William Duncan 13th. Tripen Reed, the pole sitter, back in 14th now. Emilio Navarrete still very much in this in 15th. Ralph Mason 16th. Trent Dunham is 17th. Henry Nova 18th. Then it's Tim Walsh in 19th. Completing the top 20 is Aaron Williams Jr. 21st is going to be Drew Austin. 22nd, Stephen Pollard the third. And that is it for the drivers that are still on the racetrack. Drivers out after that incident are Mary Cole, Adam Chambers, and James Silver Fox. If I didn't bring it up before, you probably knew it anyway, but Anthony McCurry and Noah Hart have also retired from the race after their incident that brought out caution flag number 2. Here we go, 11 laps to go. Let's see if we can race it clean and green to the checkers. They had a nice long green flag run that time. As the green flag is waving, Veydarvu, whoa, Madison Sieber, she just remembered, I can't pass slow coming down here with the green flag, I have to pass high. She moved herself to the high side there, and now she may try and dive bomb it, crossover move into turn 1. That's exactly what she did. Nice and smooth by Madison Sieber. And she is going to battle side by side with Rohe Veydarvu for the lead. Look at Cole Dally though, big run out of turn number 2. He's going to try and use that momentum to go 3 wide for the lead. Can he get to the inside of the 33? Yes, you bet he can. Cole Dally, big run down the back straightaway, and Cole Dally for the first time today may lead a lap. With Charles Jackson and James McLeod there on the inside line, they're coming. Drag race to the line, photo finish. It was by a splitter, Madison Sieber. So Cole Dally going to have to try again to lead a lap here. Trying to pick up the first win of the season for Hendrick Motorsports, and Cole Dally now will go to the bottom, and he will take the lead. Oh man, James McLeod right into the left rear of Charles Jackson, nearly spun him. Those two were riding the apron in turn 1, and Charles Jackson going to use that to his advantage. Here he comes trying to look for the lead on Cole Dally, and he is there. Charles Jackson, 7th in the points, would love to be able to continue his momentum, move up further in the points with a victory. Let's see if Cole Dally gets the run off the high side here. They're going to drag race to the line. Who's going to win this battle? It's going to be Jackson by a splitter that time. Inside line prevails at this point. And Stuart Haas Racing right now, they've got an entry up here in John Radigan. Now Radigan ended up not having such a good run in his Truck Series debut here at California. Ended up going up into the catch fence and barrel rolling, but he's doing very well right now. His day started off pretty eventful at the get-go. He was the one that ended up clipping Carson Gum to bring out our first caution, and he's now the new leader in the number 14 Shell Pennzoil Chevrolet. Here comes James McLeod, though. Don't count him out. He'd love to go 2 for 3 this race weekend in that 51 car. He's a 2-time winner already over in the Oreo Truck Series. He had a great run of 10th place in the Moldman Cup Series, and he'd love to be able to win here in the Snickers Cup Series. He obviously loves Auto Club. He is all over the back bumper of John Radigan. Charles Jackson there in 3rd, Veydarvu in 4th, battle on for 5th, and James McLeod now goes to the bottom. He's looking for the lead. William Duncan just moved into 5th place. I don't know who it was he bypassed for that spot. It might have been Richard Johnson. At the line, Radigan hangs on that time for the lead. We got a total of 7 laps to go. And don't count out Rohe Veydarvu. Don't count out William Duncan. He could come into play here, as McLeod is going to completely clear the 14 car now of John Radigan for the lead. Oh, Radigan. Whoa, nice crossover move there on the back straightaway. Went way down low. No way McLeod could have blocked that. And here comes Radigan back to the bottom again. Radigan's driving like a veteran right now, even though he's a rookie. And Radigan could really use a good run here today, too. John Radigan coming into today's race 29th in the standings, next to last in rookie points. Rohe Veydarvu, though, right there. He's going to the inside for 2nd off of James McLeod. Here comes Trent Dunham into the mix there. He's in a good battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th with Charles Jackson and William Duncan. But Radigan continues to lead, and he's opening up some distance now. Now the battle's on for 2nd between McLeod and Rohe Veydarvu. That may not be the best interest for these guys if they're going to try and catch John Radigan. Here come a few other guys, too. Aaron Williams Jr. is up here. Here comes Richard Johnson. All the Joe Gibbs Racing boys having good runs again today, with Charles Jackson currently running in, I believe it's 4th place. Is that where he's running? Yeah, he's 4th. Richard Johnson is in 7th, and Henry Nova is in 10th. So the Joe Gibbs Racing guys having a good run here today. Last week it was Earnhardt Ganassi Racing. This week it's Joe Gibbs Racing, as Radigan continues to lead the way with 5 to go. McLeod has been able to clear Rohe Veydarvu to take 2nd place back. Now Jackson wants 3rd off of Rohit. He dive bombs it into 3, and I think he's going to get it. McLeod now, the man on a mission, trying to run down John Radigan for the lead and possibly the win. But Jackson looks pretty fast too. He's trying to run down McLeod for position number 2. 4 to go here at Auto Club. Can Radigan hang on? Radigan can win here today. He'd be the 2nd rookie to win this season. Drew Austin did it at Las Vegas. And look at James McLeod. What a run he got out of turn 2. He is there. John Radigan's heart must have gone to his throat when he saw that Brandt logo coming right up, as looming as large as life in his rearview mirror. And here comes McLeod. McLeod looking to the bottom for the lead here. Side by side out of turn 4, coming down to 3 to go. Radigan the leader. McLeod in 2nd, and the caution flag is out. caution is out, and with Radigan beating McLeod at the line, that may have just been the battle for the win right there. The cars are slowing. They are going into single file. This race may be over. 3 laps to go when they came to the stripe. McLeod may have been making that last attempt there, knowing the caution was out. I didn't see it. McLeod must have known it. And he just came up short. John Radigan in the 14 can thank the outside line run off of turn 4 for maybe getting him this victory here today. And this caution may have just handed him the win, and the caution comes out for Tim Walsh. Tim Walsh in that 5 car was looking so good in this race, and all of a sudden his day ends. And I don't know what happened to the Great Clip Chevrolet, but that's a tough break there for Tim and that number 5 team, who had a great car. We're en route to maybe a top 15 finish, depending on where he was running at the time of that caution flag. But here he is coming down pit road. Tim Walsh, as I mentioned at the top of the program, 27th in points. Started this race in the 6th position, and this is not going to be a good ending day for that Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. Let's jump back, quickly look at a replay here. We've been given the signal of 2 to go now, with John Radigan leading under the caution flag. Boy, I'm not sure what it is here at Auto Club, but teammates going to get together again. This time, watch the 88 of Cole Daly. He's getting shoved by the Madison Sieber machine. His car going to come down, hit the apron. We've seen drivers do this before and be able to save it. This time, Daly was not able to. He slides right up and right into his Hendrick Motorsports teammate, Tim Walsh. And both of them, oh man, that wasn't just a hit into the wall. That was head-on into the wall. Those cars were completely perpendicular with the outside retaining wall. That is hard impact for both of those drivers who were running at the moment of caution in the 13th and 14th position, I believe, was where they were both running. And that is a tough break, so they both were en route to possible top 15 finishes, and both of them involved here. And how ironic, we saw 2 teammates from Kyotech Racing get into each other up in that corner before, at the beginning of this race, and now 2 drivers from Hendrick Motorsports getting together in that same exact corner. I'll tell you what, I guess it's not good to have your teammates running around you when you're up here at the front or something here at Auto Club, but nonetheless, that brings out our caution for what I'm pretty sure is going to be our final time today. Let's jump back now. White flag's been displayed for John Radigan. Let's head back for the final lap under caution. So John Radigan and that number 14 team going to, for the first time in their NNSCRA career, pick up a victory here in the Snickers Cup Series. It'll be his first career NNSCRA victory, and what a well-deserved victory it was here today as well. He really did a good job holding off James McLeod there. And that caution flag is probably going to be the number 1 thing that gave that win over to John Radigan, so he's probably pretty grateful for that caution flag. James McLeod looks like he's going to finish runner-up today, but what a race weekend he's had. A win in the Truck Series, 10th place in Mobile Cup Series, and a runner-up finish here today in the Snickers Cup Series. What a great weekend here at Auto Club for that driver, James McLeod. Charles Jackson came into this race 7th in points. A great run for him today in 3rd. Aaron Williams Jr., well-needed run for him and hit Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. He gets 4th, and 5th is going to be Rohit Vedara, who comes in dead last in points because of his filling in at race 2 at Phoenix for Barney Ward, the Daytona 500 winner. But a great run for him, a great top 5. This will help move him up in standings as well. As the checker flag is in the flagman's hand, he waves it over the hood of the number 14 of John Radigan. Radigan wins the Auto Club 400 here at Fontana, California's Auto Club Speedway. We showed you the top 5 finishing results. Let's show you the top 10, as we always do. Trent Dunham, great run for him in 6th. A nice follow-up top 10 result after his top 5 last week at Altoona. This could move him inside the top 10 in points. William Duncan, same deal for him. He came in 16th in points, right behind Trent Dunham, 15th in points. He gets 7th place today. And I told you those Joe Gibbs racing cars were running well today. Well, Jackson got 3rd. His teammates finished 8th and 9th. Henry Nova in 8th. Richard Johnson in 9th. Richard Johnson actually was 5th in points, so a great run for him. And Austin LaPlante. I don't think we really talked about him much after the first 10 or so laps because he kind of faded from view. Well, he came back up, finished in 10th place. Did the guy who came in 8th in the standings. So great run for those guys. Let's see where Dougie Shears finished out today's race. The points leader finished in the 15th position. Ralph Mason only finished 1 point ahead of him in 14th. Dylan Young finished behind him in 18th. So according to my calculations, it looks like Dougie Shears is still going to hang on and be the points leader heading into next week's race. Guys, I want to thank you for watching this race. This is race number 5. This weekend, race number 5 is over, which means that we're going to be having replacement videos coming out very soon for drivers to be replacing non-commenters heading into race number 6. If you are unsure of whether or not you are going to be possibly replaced if you do not comment on this race or any other previous Snickers Cup Series races you have not already commented on, look below in the description. The list is there of the drivers that are in jeopardy of being replaced in their rides. They must be comment on this race within a 24-hour period of this race being uploaded, or else the replacement videos will come out and they will be removed from their rides. Do not try signing up for any of these vacant rides either underneath this video. Wait until the replacement sign-up videos come out. So, that's pretty much all I have to say as far as that's concerned. Next week, I believe we are going to be heading to a road course. As I said in the Mobile Cup Series race, I'm not revealing what track that is yet. I still got to run some testing, but that testing is not going to take place until we end up getting the replacement signups done heading into weekend number 6. So guys, hope you enjoyed this race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, become part of the crew today. Congratulations to John Radigan on his first career Snickers Cup Series victory. 2 first-time winners in the Mobile and Snickers Cup Series races here with Danica Shirley and John Radigan. So good job for both of them. Hope you guys enjoyed this race weekend. Here comes your official finishing results, overall points gains, and rookie points heading into next week's race as you've been watching the production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best.